The Green Climate Fund is the largest dedicated fund that was established in 2010 with 194 countries, members of the United Nations. It was capitalized with 10 billion from developed countries, and its objective is to support all developing countries move towards a low carbon and climate resiliency development pathways.
Since Rwanda was accredited, we received funding to support 3 different projects. The first one was the readiness support, to support our developing our country program. That was $300,000 US. The second one is $32.8 million US to support climate resilience in Gicumbi district. And the third one, $600,000 US in partnership with the Global Green Growth Institute to support Rwanda in developing green secondary cities.
Rwanda Environment Management Authority is the regulatory authority in terms of environment and climate change, but also is serving as national designated authority for Green Climate Fund.
Since 2016, we've been working hard to support development of a country program and a strategic framework that includes development of national priority sectors for Green Climate Fund engagement. We've also worked hard to put in place national coordination team that supports technically the NDA Permanent Secretariat.
The basic responsibility for the National Designated Authority in Rwanda, as far as the GCF is concerned, is to engage different stakeholders to be able to access a Green Climate Fund. But on top of that, we want that projects that will be submitted for GCF should be within the government priorities.
Today we gathered all environmental practitioners so that we can build a capacity in terms of developing proposals which can meet the requirement of Green Climate Fund. But before building capacity, we need also to raise awareness of what is the fund, how the fund is operating, and then after raising awareness, they can start implementing and using the skills which they will get through the training like this one.
It's important for us because we will learn how to prepare proposals which will be submitted to Green Climate Fund.
From this training, I'm really hoping to learn what could be my personal impact and role in my career to improve and to find solution to the mitigation and adaptation to climate change that is really affecting our country.
We've learned mostly about the structure of the Green Climate Fund, how these funds can be accessed, who are the people to talk to. We've learned about national bodies here in Rwanda that are in charge of accessing these funds and actually distributing them and, to different projects and programs.
Our commitment now is to do our best and make a proposal. So we have seen the criteria and we have seen the availability of funds. So what is remaining is to make a proposal that meets their requirements. And my commitment now is that COPED is going to do its best to develop a project proposal for the fund.
The role I want to play mostly is developing proposals, project proposal, because to develop a project proposal, you firstly have to identify where is the problem.
The mission of the private sector facility is to support local and international actors to really engage in climate action in developing countries.
I call upon our private sector to take advantage of our green growth in Rwanda, and we are here to help and support them.
Private sector y'u Rwanda ishaka kugira ngo ifatanye na leta mu guteza imbere ubukungu bw'igihugu no kubwihutisha, cyane cyane inyuze muri gahunda leta ifite, harimo na gahunda yo kwita ku bidukikije.
The priorities for the Government of Rwanda to engage with GCF include clean energy, infrastructure for both transportation and urbanization, agriculture, integrated waste management, ecosystem services.
We support institutions in the countries to become accredited and access our funds. The Ministry of Environment is an accredited entity. There are few in Rwanda that are in the pipeline, but the key mission I'm here is to also raise the awareness, start the conversation with the private sector so that we can also support private sector involvement in climate action.
The Ministry of Environment, as the national accredited entity, is ready to work with government institutions, with the civil society organization, as well as the private sector to develop project proposals to be submitted to GCF. We believe that this is going to contribute to the green development agenda of Rwanda.
There is opportunities to get some funds linked to climate change. And as compared, we are involved in waste management, so we found that this fund will be very important for us since we are also protecting the environment.
Building on the achievement of the previous Readiness Support Program, the way forward will be to upgrade capacity of National Designated Authority staff, but also upgrade capacity of the existing accredited entity, Ministry of Environment. Will also importantly support the accreditation process of a second direct access entity that will have an advanced level of fiduciary capacity to engage private sector in the Green Climate Fund engagement in the country.
We need the Green Rwanda because it's important not only for our country but even for the world.
Rwanda is very excited with the partnership we have with the Green Climate Fund and looking forward to expand our partnership to build together the green climate resilient Rwanda.